Hello everyone, welcome to this video where I am going to talk about what it means to dream of the devil from a psychoanalytic point of view. But before going into the analysis, in case you don't know me, let me introduce myself. My name is Robert, I am a psychoanalyst with more than 30 years of experience, and in case you want to have a psychoanalysis session with me, or in case you want the psychoanalysis of one of your dreams, just send me an email to the one that I am going to leave you here below in the description of this video, so I can tell you how you can join my consultation. Deep down, people who are dreaming of the devil do because they are going through a phase of their lives in which they feel a great fear of being possessed by some kind of evil force, which may be expressing itself on the spiritual plane or in the very reality in which they are living. For this reason, what causes the most anguish to all those who dream of the devil is the fear that arises from the fact that it is there where we realize that evil has appropriated us, without our having physical strength and above all spiritual to reject it. It is as if we are completely at the mercy of someone or an evil force, which can do whatever it wants with us. That is why those who dream of the devil usually feel as if that evil energy that stalks them completely overcomes their spiritual will, and from there it was someone else who would take control of their weakness, of their moment of greatest vulnerability, to use them to themselves for, however paradoxical it might seem, to harm themselves. With what? With their own soul, their own spirit, their own body, their own desires and fears. Deep down, with their own spirit. And from there, it was someone else who would take control of our weakness, of our moment of greatest vulnerability, to use us to ourselves for, however paradoxical it might seem, to harm ourselves with what? With our soul, our own body, our own desires and fears, deep down with our own spirit. We ourselves are the ones who hurt ourselves, but because there is another force that is inside us, forcing us, without us being able to do anything to counteract it. If you look at it, that is where the greatest source of anguish is for all those who have this dream. In general, demonic possession occurs in people who feel very vulnerable because they perceive that they have been left alone in the world, that they have been abandoned, and that for that reason they think of themselves as insignificant beings and devoid of value for the world, because surely in some moments of their existence they have made them feel that they had no value for others. It is very possible that people who are dreaming of the devil do it as a symptom of the fact that at some point they were used by others. The devil of the real world, I would call him. And that use was used for the evil purposes of that person, who once he obtained what he wanted from you, dissociated himself from the evil that he had forced you to do, so that it would only be you who would remain as the evil one, the lacking being of heart, and especially of control in front of the world in which you are living. That is exactly what explains why they are dreaming of the devil in the present. It is very possible that they are experiencing a situation in their present life which leads them to remember, to relive that situation in which their spirits, their soul, were taken under the control of someone evil, who in their own reality used them for their wicked purposes. Therefore, it is also very possible that in the present they are again experiencing a situation in which there is some person who is using them for their evil purposes. It is as if yourself were stripped of your freedom of choice and led to do the will of that evil someone, who at some point is simply going to dissociate himself from his guilt and leave you as if everything was wrong, it happened out of his responsibility and his bad actions. Now, why do they fall for the manipulation of this type of person? Well, as I pointed out, because they are going through a phase where they feel very abandoned. They perceive that the people who are supposed to be there to take care of them, protect them, give them good advice, and above all, friendship and selfless love, have simply blurred. You have probably always felt like the people who just have to be there for you don't care about you. It is that sense of abandonment that has led to the emergence of people who appropriate your will and your soul. That is why it is so important that in case you have had a dream where the devil appears, you can define who the devil was from your past. This is to say, that person who caused you this initial trauma. And based on that, and with total honesty, you can define who is the devil in your present life. That person who is making you feel like your life is no longer yours. And above all, that he leads you to perform actions that do not go with your scale of values. And more importantly, is that you can define who are the people that you feel have abandoned you throughout your life. Because there's the key so that you can understand why this dream is happening, and above all, because you have become such a person permeable to the loss of your own will. Because in the end, the fact that demons appear in your dreams and in your life is a reflection that you fall into their clutches precisely in the moments when you feel abandoned by those who are supposed to, and they have to take care of you. If you manage to discover that, you will realize that your spiritual and especially psychic power will increase exponentially. Since by recognizing the psychic forces that are operating on you, you will be less permeable to those demons that in your life, they will try to take advantage of you precisely when you feel most vulnerable. Because deep down, the devil's dream, from a psychoanalytic point of view, becomes a symptom that is expressing precisely that. The fact that you are someone very permeable to the manipulation of others. When you feel abandoned by those you love. You have given your heart either as a son, as a brother, or as a lover, but in the moments in which that love that you give does not receive the reciprocity that you expect, that leads you to perform evil acts, in quotes, but not because you are a person with bad feelings, but simply because in that state of vulnerability, you tend to abandon yourself, which is precisely the part of your psyche that you need to strengthen so that the devil will never dominate you again. But as I told you, it is you who must start to recognize who the demons are in your real life, because the dream is talking about that. So I hope this somehow helps you understand why you dream of the devil. For the same reason, you already know that if you want me to psychoanalyze some of your dreams or have therapy sessions with me, just send me an email to the one that I leave you below so that I can tell you the way in which you can integrate to my consultation. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video if it helped you in any way, and share it so that others can access to this kind of knowledge. Have a wonderful day, and with it, the most beautiful dreams. Bye.